the fluid in between your joints, that synovial fluid, and the fluid around your bones underneath this little cling wrap, it's called periosteum, that fluid is the nutrition that our joints and our bones feed. Without that, we are literally starving. So this was like amazing information for me. No matter how good your diet is, if you're not moving that joint, it's not getting any of the nutrition you're putting in your mouth. So each joint has to be moved. And it's not very complicated. I'm going to show you that in just a second. It's not very complicated to do, but it takes some attention. And if you don't do it, it's sort of like taking 1 extra teaspoon of oil a day. Over time, that becomes pounds. Right? Every time that you don't move a joint through its full range of motion, we lose a connection between our brain and moving it. It's called sensory motor amnesia. So, when we do move that joint, it cavitates, and the fluid nutrition rushes back in, and the pain is abated. The pain abolishes, because pain is a signal that something's going on, something's wrong. We usually think that pain relief is what we're looking for, right? We want the pain to stop. I remember I was just starting to train in Russia, and I was stuck because I was deadlifting in this competition, and my back it blew out, my lower back, and it was literally a straight jacket of agony. If I just moved an inch, it shot a spasm throughout my body because of the disc herniation. I couldn't even move the area. I was crying, all the time, for days. And they said, well, the only way that you're going to be able to leave is you get the knife. There's no way I was going to go into the knife. So fortunately, one of the Olympic coaches took me aside, and he started with a mobility drill, and this is all that he did. Circling my fingers. That was how far away from the inflammation I had to go in order to start getting nutrition into my joints. Because if you don't pick up the inflammation, it stays and it grows. It gets worse. Then my wrists. An hour later, I was able to move my elbows. An hour later, I was able to move my shoulders. An hour later, I was able to move mid-spine. And then finally, slowly, I was able to start to move the inflammation and pick it back up and help the disc massage back into place. I got back on the plane 4 days later. So, I'm not saying that if you have a bulging disc right now, this will instantly cure it. But your body is what's curing you. Your movement heals. There's another presenter that's going to come on later this afternoon who's going to talk about that more extensively from a scientific standpoint. Me, I'm just pedestrian. I'm going to show you the low-tech versions that you can take home right now that will help abolish that pain right away so that you can have full freedom of movement. Okay, so I'm going to give you a free sample right now. And afterwards, I have something else for you. If you come give me your email address, I'll send you a larger program that you can download. Because honestly, if you're without pain, you're a better person. You know how grumpy it gets when your neck hurts? Right? Lower back pain, how you want no one near you, it's pain makes you a grumpy person. If I can help you with this, and it just makes my day. So, you ready to try some out?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the first one is, if you interlace your 10 fingers, including your thumb, and you can do this while seated, as much as you can, drive your elbows forward and try and bring your forearms together. If you can't do that, then just place your upper arms on your ribs. And then bury your knuckles. I'm going to try to do this without swallowing my mic. Bury your knuckles onto your chin onto your knuckles. And as you do this, I want you to lift your crown up toward the ceiling and drive your chin down into your knuckles. Take the bottom of your thumbs, put them in your collarbone, and press down into them. What you're trying to do is lengthen out your vertebra in your neck, so that as you pressure down into your knuckles, that's helping you separate these discs and create that fluid gap back in there. That'll help pick up the inflammation, and it'll help get nutrition back in there. So this is just the beginning. Okay. Next part of the exercise, inhale through the nose, lift your elbows up, and drive your chin down. As you inhale, don't hold your breath, but as it leaks back out, just sniff it back in through the nose and inflate your chest as much as you can. Like you're chopping off the tank. Okay, now we're going to exhale. And when you exhale, I really want you to be careful. I don't want you to push your chin back. I want you to let your head fall back and surrender back. If you feel any pins and needles, just back off the depth. Don't push into that. Okay? So bring your elbows together. Exhale through the mouth. And let your head drop back. Teeth are together. Chin's directly toward the ceiling. Keep on exhaling. Just let your head drop back and fall back. Bring your forearms together. Elbows together. Look up at the ceiling. If you feel that tension across your throat, that's okay. Keep your chin all the way up, teeth together. Then inhale through the nose. Bring your chin back down. Elbows back up. We're going to do that 3 times. So the exercise is just going to be this. Exhaling through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. Okay, relax your arms down for a second. Okay, what we need to do is we first want to get lubrication in your neck. It's one of the best exercises you get when you roll out of bed. If you have that creaky neck in the morning from sleeping a little bit long on a pillow, this will help get the lubrication in there so that the muscles don't seize down and spasm. So just take it easy. Don't force it. This isn't muscular so much as it is the connective tissue. Now, there's really not any difference between the muscle and the connective tissue, but you have to be a little careful on the connective tissue. You have to not push it. Okay. We'll start by dropping our right ear to our right shoulder. And take the side of your jaw, as you do it, lift it up toward the ceiling. Take your opposite arm and reach it down to your knee. If you're seated, all you have to do is take your elbow and drive it down toward your seat. You feel how that lengthens out the tissue from the top of your head to the outside of your shoulder? If you just drop your ear down, see how it lifts my shoulder up? That's not really doing anything. That's just a tilt here. We're not getting into the tissue in our neck. So we have to create a counterpoint. As you drop your ear down, lift your jaw up, reach your shoulder down as strong as you can. Exhale through it. Try and keep your shoulders parallel. You're going to get some space in there. Let that big muscle on the side of your neck start to loosen. It takes about 5 to 10 seconds to melt. And relax back down. Let's do the opposite side. So left ear to left shoulder. Drop down your right shoulder. Exhale your navel towards your spine and lift your jaw up toward the ceiling. My wife likes to make fun of me. She says that this looks like a noose. And exhale and come right back. Okay, let's do that 3 times back and forth. So exhale, right ear to right shoulder, lift up, left shoulder down. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder, right shoulder down. Lift that jaw up. 2 more times. Right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, drop the left shoulder. Good. Left ear to left shoulder. Drop your right shoulder down. Reach it all the way down. 1 more time on the opposite side. Exhale to the right ear to right shoulder. Drop your ear down. Drop your ear down. Surrender your head over. Good job. Left ear to left shoulder. Drop your right shoulder down. Drive your fingers all the way down. And then relax back to center. I can see some of you are dyslexic like me. You're going the same direction. That's okay. Okay, so let's get a little bit lower. We've opened up several different positions on our neck. They get a little bit more sophisticated. My neck was a real trouble issue because I have a very long neck, which means with a big head and a long neck, I'm like a push pin, right? I have to balance this big melon on top of my head.